Okay, Redline Logbook is back, and I'm doing another Danmachi video where I'm going to be ranking all the adventures. Now, there will be some stipulations. One, this is going to be a multi-part series because there are way too many adventures, because I'm doing all of them. And two, any characters or things that took place in the newest novels, which means Estrella Records 1 through 3, Danmachi 18, and Sororitaria 13. I have not read any of them because I don't speak Japanese, so we won't be anything in that. But there will be spoilers for all other light novels and also the Estrella Record and Argonaut games. Okay, let's start with the weakest. All the way at 91, yes, there's that many adventures in the Danmachi universe. All the way at 91, we have Zanus Lutra. He's the former captain of the Soma Familia, and the reason why he's the weakest, while he's a level 2, his fauna was sealed, and so he's basically a level 0. He's just a normal human now. At 90, we got Hirahime. Hirahime's only magic is support magic, which means if she wants to fight, she has to rely on her own brute strength, and she's weaker than a goblin. So, yeah. Roberto Ryan. He's a former guild employee, but he lost that job and he was forced to become a fisherman within his familia, this new familia. Basically, he's strong enough to pull fish out of the water. So technically stronger than Hirahime. At 88, we got Luan. Luan is currently familialist because everyone thinks he's a traitor, and so no one wants to, hire him. So at the moment, he's just waiting tables at a restaurant. Other than that, he's just a weak crumb, which is basically how they go. At 87, we got Vil Crozo. He's Wel's father, and he's just a blacksmith, so he's got the strength to beat metal into weapons. But other than that, he's just mostly just a craftsman. He has no fighting ability. At 86, we got Coney. He's a member of the Soma Familia. Well, he was. He's dead now. He basically got his way by extorting people, but he straight up admitted that he's actually on the lower end of level 1 adventures because, well, he doesn't actually do anything for himself. He just extorts people who are weaker than him. He's basically just weak trash. At 85, we have the strongest level 1, Ged. Ged is basically a mid-tier level 1. He's basically strong enough to survive in the upper levels by himself. But if he gets swarmed like monsters, which he did by army ants, he's a dead man, what happened? He died. At 84, we have our first level 2 whose fauna has not been sealed, Asuka. She's a member of Tech's Familia, and she just became a level 2, so she really isn't that powerful or can't really do that much. Tech doesn't even trust her to go on a part of Belle's party into the deeper floors. That's basically how weak she is. At 83, we have Lily. Yes, Lily's a level 2 now. She was very excited about it. This happened in volume 15, so once again, I already warned about spoilers. But yes, Lily is one of the weaker level 2s, but point is, she can still do what needs to be done. At 82, we have Rod. Rod is the captain of the Nord Familia, and he's a fisherman. So he usually, while his men are fishing, he usually kills off the monsters that live in the water that are attacking. So basically, he defends the boat. That's how he became a level 2. At 81, it's a tie with Line and Ryulu. Line is a human healer from Loki Familia. She's also a level 2. And Ryulu is an elf from the Argonaut series who can use a type of magic that buffs an ally. Obviously, she has no fauna because she exists in a time before the gods descended. But even so, for some reason, people back then still were extremely powerful. Most likely because they were constantly in life and death situations because they didn't have fauna. Quite simply, they both have high combat ability for a level 2 range, a low level 2. But for the most part, they are supporters. That's what they do. At 80, we got Chikasa. Chikasa is a level 2 for the type Familia. For the most part, she plays a supporter role, as in literally carries their stuff. She's also knows martial arts and is pretty good with a bow, actually. So she's a tendency to be stronger than a supporter, but weaker than a frontline fighter. At 79, we got Chadra. Chadra is a dwarf and the new captain of the Soma Familia. He's a level 2. We don't really see him do much fighting, though, but he also has a strong mind. We know this because he's one of the few people who can drink Soma's, divine wine and not lose their shit. He can just chug that shit down and just keep going. At 78, we got Lulari. She's an elf for the Hermes Familia. She's the one who brought back the horn for the Xenos. She's very good at infiltration, spying, basically the Hermes standards. Combat ability is unclear. At 77, we have Lissos. He's the masked elf for the Apollo Familia. When Ryu was slightly off balance after knocking out 4 dudes at once, he did a sneak attack where he was able to cut the cloth, revealing one of her ears. And that's about it. So his strength has been proven that he can miss an attack, but come close when Ryu is in a bad spot, but other than that, he immediately then got one-shotted. At 76, we got Scott and Guile. They're Mord's friends. Scott is the brown-haired dude, and Guile is the blonde. Ever since what happened with the Black Goliath, Mord has actually been focusing on trying to get stronger and such. He's even taking on the normal Goliath whenever area attack, and his friends are always with him, so they've actually been getting stronger as well. At 75, we got Mord, a level 2 adventurer who originally was trying to bully Bell because he was jealous of him, but now he's one of Bell's biggest fans and is actively trying to get stronger so he can just watch Bell's journey, be able to keep up with him, so he can actually be one of the people that witness Bell become a hero. At 74, we got Naza. Naza is a sniper. Close combat, maybe not her thing, but when it comes down to it, you're really not going to get close to her. And if you somehow get within range to strike her, she's going to run away and keep herself at that distance to keep firing arrows at you. And she will get you eventually. Hell, she was even able to hold off a level 3 from killing Bell. Well, not killing Bell, but cutting off his tendons was the plan. At 73, we got Lena, the Amazon that loves Bet, and kind of an idiot. But the fact of the matter is, she's still an Amazon and has her own fighting style, because all Amazons have their own form of martial arts that they learn. Hers is very straightforward, where she basically just hits as hard as she can. She's one of the more basic fighters when it comes to Amazon. At 72, we got Merely. Merely is a prom wizard for the Hermes Familia. She's not the most powerful, but she's heavily relied upon as backline support for the Hermes Familia, which is kind of a rarity for the Hermes Familia because they don't really like to fight fair. But yeah, even they need a artillery in the back sometimes. At 71, we actually have someone from Argonaut as well. Fina. She's the half-elf adopted sister of Argonaut. She knows multiple different elemental magic. And the fact of the matter is that for the longest time in the Argonaut series, she's the one who kept her brother alive. She basically killed monster after monster after monster. Things that a level 0 should not be able to do. But once again, in pre-God times, people were just built different. At 70, we got Aura, Dionysus' vice captain. She's an elf, spellcaster, very powerful, standard level 2 elf with tons of magic. At 69, we got Garms, also a member of Argonaut's team, and he's a dwarf. Very powerful, very strong. Dude basically manhandled monsters that he shouldn't be able to at level 0. Once again, the people in the past were built different. At 68, we have Welf. Welf obviously is Bell's best friend, a blacksmith, level 2, standard stuff. But what separates him from so many others is the fact that he crafted a sword, a magic sword, that never breaks. Instead of having its own core magic that it burns through, the caster, the one who's using it, uses their magic. As a result, he can fire off a fucking Crozo magic sword, which are the most powerful magic swords in existence, crafted by a level 2 craftsman as much as he fucking wants, until he runs out of magic. Combined with the fact that he also has anti-magic, and so he's basically seen as the bane of all elves, which is just cheating when you think about it. Like, you can't use magic against him, but he gets all the magic he wants. At 67, we have Oka. He's a big fucking dude with a giant axe. But the fact of the matter is, he's also well trained in martial arts. He has a technique where he was able to cut the head off of a level 5 dragon using with the help of Makoto's gravity magic. But the point is, the dude is fucking insane. Perfect frontliner kind of guy. At 66, we got Makoto. Makoto also level 2, samurai training, ninja training, stealth training. The girl has multiple skill sets, and it's been proven time and time again, whenever she gets a chance to fight all out, especially with a buff, Arima's buff ability, she's seen as a living weapon on the battlefield. Multiple people have commented on just how just amazing she is compared to so many people, and it's because she just has honed her technique to the point where she just stands above the rest. I mean, she was even able to actually pin and smash the head of a level 3 into the ground, in concrete. Now, this didn't knock out level 3 because power difference is just too great, but still, the skill set to overpower a level 3 is impressive. And at 65, the final person on the part 1 of this list is Aramid, also known as the Silver Saint of the Deus Ex Familia. This woman is the greatest healer in the world. In fact, she is such overpowered healing that when the Loki Familiar was being beaten back because of their injuries had gotten to a point where they were exhausted and being crushed, she was able to create a magic circle on the ground that as soon as anyone entered, they auto-heal. She's that powerful. She can auto-heal a fucking army by herself. She doesn't need any other healers. She's the only one who can do this. She's the most absurd character when it comes to support that has ever existed. She's just busted. It is absurd just how powerful this character is. And the fact that she only is in combat in a couple novels in Sword Art Material is absurd to me. That was the end of part 1. If you want more, please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you can enjoy more Danmachi. Thank you and have a great day.